I was around 14 or 15 years old. I was coming back from church choir practice. I got to the train station and I knew it was dark. I was fully covered up basically because it was quite cold. I saw 3 guys walking towards me. I went and changed direction. They had followed me, and one of them stopped me. He was asking me like, what's your number? Where do you live? And I was like, I'm not comfortable. I have to get my train. So I tried to run off, and he grabbed me by my arm and he pulled me towards his group of friends. And then his group of friends, they just kept on touching my hair, my face, rubbing my arm. And I was just like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get out of this safely? So I managed to shrug his arm off and I kind of ran onto the train. He got on the train. I went to a carriage that was quite crowded, and then I sat like next to a bunch of people. He sat opposite me and kept on pestering me. There was a carriage full of people and I was kind of looking around saying, oh, like, is anyone gonna help me? And nobody did. He kind of kept on just rubbing my knee. I remember hyperventilating in my seat after he got off the train. I just cried my eyes out.
I was walking in my school uniform when a really large van pulled up beside me and the men inside started yelling obscenities. I remember my fight or flight kind of kicked in and I just sprinted away. I roller skate. I remember thinking as I was walking home with my skates over my shoulder, like, oh, if someone were to approach me now, could I clobber them with them? And the fact that I like turned something as like fun as like roller skating into essentially like a weapon for protection was insane.
Sarah, she did everything right. She was wearing bright clothing, she was walking in the main road that was well lit. She even called on her way home to say that she was going home. And even if we take those precautions, it doesn't necessarily mean nothing will happen. I had conversations with my female friends where they were like, yeah, I've never been harassed before. And when you ask them, well, don't you ever have like men catcalling you on the street, or maybe someone touching your butt by accident somewhere in a public transport or somewhere in a public place, or calling you names or groping? And they're like, yeah, well, that happens. This is exactly the problem. There are other people, other women like you, they've been through the same situations.
The way I would describe #NotAllMen is a way of avoiding the problem. We all know it's not all men, however, that's not the point. It's too many women, it's too many of us being like, well, it's not all men, not my problem. I didn't do it, it's not helpful. Men need to understand their privilege and acknowledge it. Read a book, talk to women, talk to your mum, talk to your sister, talk to your aunt.
I feel like if that doesn't change in 50 years from now, the entire young generation of girls and women will just be left traumatized without the skills and emotional ability to cope.
My hope is that people will understand that sexual assault isn't just a female issue, it's become a societal issue, and we do need more people and men to help raise awareness and fight this fight with us.
This is #OurStories. What's yours?